Hi, I'm Karina and I'm not using my partner's last name. Ever since a college student, I had planned to not use my future legal partner's last name because I had this professor back in Miriam College that was using who was using her maiden name even after getting married. We asked her about that and she told us that it's not required and it's not a big deal for her. So I just adored how powerful she was with that choice, and I wanna be like that when I get married. So fast forward about 5 years later, I got married. We got married December 1, 2020. I did not change my IDs and bank accounts to my partner's last name. You are not required to immediately use your partner's last name in your IDs and bank accounts. You can only present you can just present your marriage certificate when you're applying for something like a job or a loan. Under the Philippine law, you're not required, or females are not required to use their legal partner's last name, and I'm so glad that we have that law. But I want to share that my partner's last name is very convenient because it's very short. It's just Ma, M-A. It's convenient to write on forms, especially when you're coming into malls and there are tracking forms for the pandemic, right? So I just had to write Corina Ma instead of Corina Esteban, and no one's ever gonna know. No one's ever gonna notice. And it's legal anyway that I use that. I've been using Corina Ma for forms that I fill out, but when applying for example, the election, I haven't been using that last name because I don't have an ID for that yet. Recently though, at work, we had to renew our contract this month. This month is July. It's July 30 today, and last July 1st, we had to renew our contract. And I thought of using the name Corina Esteban Ma, my last name and his last name, so that it's easier for me to get around my office using Corina Ma if I want to, because I'm telling you that last name is very convenient. They asked me to submit a marriage certificate in a request letter. It's kind of inconvenient that our contracts got delayed because of that. It's fine because we did it in a day. At work, they changed my name to Corina Ima or Corina Esteban Ma, and I think I'm gonna need to change my work ID from Corina Esteban to Corina Esteban Ma. And because of that, I think I'm gonna need to change all my official IDs and bank accounts to Corina Ima if the need arises. But on social media, I don't have to change from Corina Esteban to Corina Ma because I have a YouTube channel and my Twitter and Instagram accounts are Cor Esteban, and it's just going to be confusing for my friends on social media if I change my last name but my username is still Cor Esteban, right? So on social media, since it's just social media anyway, it's not official, I'm gonna maintain Corina Esteban. But on official records, since I have already changed my work ID and documents to Corina Esteban Ma, I think I'm gonna need to change it to Ma. But absolutely, it's not required, okay? So for women out there whose last names are shorter and more convenient than their husbands, you can choose to just use your maiden name, okay? But beware though, because when you're gonna apply for loans, there's going to be a bit of a confusion on there because your agent is going to ask you if you're married or not, or why are you not using your legal partner's last name if you're already married. But it's just easy. It's not that inconvenient. It's easy to tell them that you have a marriage contract and you don't have an ID yet for your new last name. So yeah, summarizing, it's legal to maintain your maiden name when you get married, or if you get married, you have a choice to not get married. You don't have to change your IDs and bank accounts to your legal partner's last name. So I hope I shared some helpful knowledge today, and I hope you also like and subscribe and follow me on my social media at Cor Esteban, and see you on my next video.